Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new week, 9 o'clock on the dot. And here we are again for my regular Monday 5 Live segment. It's a wet and wild day out there today, and we are still in the middle of, well, somewhat in the middle of isolation. So Steve and I have come through our COVID infection, where we isolated for a week with the whole family. And just as we were coming out, our kids tested positive. So they're at home for another week. Obviously, Steve and I work from home, so that's not too much of a problem. But it's really good that at least Steve and I can go out, obviously not together, but for meetings and things like that. So it's another week of indoors, trying to do some homeschooling. Yeah, that's not overly successful. Okay, so today we are talking about, is it time to break up with mediocre? And what this means is, if you're not feeling on top of your game with your health and you're feeling a sense of mediocrity with your health, is it time to break up with mediocrity? As usual, I have some notes here to keep me on track. I've always got so much to cover and I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so what I've come to realize, and this isn't rocket science, but it's really dawned on me recently, that if you want to fulfill your potential in life, if you've got goals that you want to tick off, if you've got things that you dream of doing, anything that you feel like you want to do in your life, what I've realized is that becomes very, very hard to achieve if you don't have great health on your side. I'm not talking about mediocre health. I'm talking about great health, because great health is what gives you the energy, the motivation, the willpower, the capacity to go and fulfill those dreams and those goals and fulfill your purpose in life. When I talk about mediocre health, I'm talking about things like not sleeping properly and waking up feeling exhausted, okay? Feeling low on motivation, feeling like you haven't got anything to aim for or to work towards. Living with aches and pains and niggles and things that give you pain and discomfort. Living with a health condition, such as an autoimmune condition or a heart condition or a gut condition, anything with symptoms that lower your quality of life. If you feel like you're dragging your feet through the day and by the end of the day, you've just had it and you end up flopping on the couch and you just can't wait for the day to be over and to crawl into bed. Other signs of mediocre health. Feeling like you've got nothing left in the tank for other people. If you're feeling really mediocre in terms of your energy levels, you're barely going to be able to do what you need to do, let alone have time and energy for other people, whether it's your partner or your kids or your parents or your friends. It just becomes really, really hard to have that patience and that ability to give to other people. If you feel like there's nothing to look forward to, if you feel like every day is Groundhog Day, feeling irritable and grumpy, even if you can't put your finger on why, feeling discontent with your body weight, if you feel like if you're carrying a few extra kilos and that's putting pressure on your body, feeling frumpy or unattractive. That's a real reality for a lot of people, is that they sort of feel like they're walking around in a body that doesn't work for them well, or they don't feel comfortable in their own skin. Or another sign of mediocre health is that you feel like there is more to life, but you don't know how to get it and you just feel stuck. Okay, so those are some of the signs that you might be suffering from mediocre health. Now, I've got to make the distinction here, and I talk about this quite a lot, between the difference between common and normal. And this is really relevant to, I believe, people who are coming into their 40s, their 50s and beyond, is that you can start to look around at the people around you, so your family, your friends, your colleagues, your acquaintances, And you start to see people who are really struggling in whichever way, whether it's with their physical health, their mental health, their emotional health. And we're sort of surrounded by this. You know, it's all you have to do is have a conversation with someone and they'll tell you how overwhelmed they are or stressed they are, or they've got these achy knees or whatever it might be. And we start to think that that's normal. And the number of times I've had conversations with my clients who say to me, oh, you know, this is happening and, oh, it's just part of the aging process. And I say, stop right there. Yes, we all have to age, but and normal. Just because everyone else has got something going on with their health, yes, it's common. It doesn't mean it's normal, okay? I always like to make that distinction. So my question to you is, if you're not feeling on top of your game with your health, are you prepared to keep going like that? Are you prepared to keep dealing with mediocre health, or are you ready to take the reins and experience awesome health? There's a few steps that you need to be aware of, that you need to take to action this. I'm just looking at the battery on my phone and it's just gone into red. So this might be a cue for me to not waffle on as long as I normally do and keep it snappy. So I'll try not to rush through this. I've got 6 points I want to cover, okay? And hello to Kylie and Debs. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. Hope you guys are all well out there, by the way. Okay, deciding to break up with mediocre health requires a few steps. The first one is decide that you're going to. So 80% of actioning something is in your head, okay? You have to decide that you want it. Then the other 20% is actually knowing how to do it, okay? So mindset is crucial. 80% of taking action is in your head. Second one, you must find your why. And I've talked about this several times before. Why do you want to get your health under control? Feeling better is not strong enough, because when you have something that's going to throw you off track, it's not enough to pull you back on track. You need something stronger, and the way that you get to that stronger thing is you drill down until you push on your pain points. What's your pain point, okay? So feeling better is very wishy-washy and not very clear. Being around for my kids, to watch my kids grow up and my grandchildren grow up, now that might be a pain point, okay? Because if you're not around for your kids or your grandkids, does the thought of that create a lot of pain for you? So when you're thinking about why you want to take control of your health, you have to be very clear on why. And when you're clear on why, you've always got that thing to go back to when your commitment is about to waver, okay? It's really important. Third thing, which sounds pretty obvious, but it's still, you know, it's important. You have to make a plan, okay? Nothing's going to happen just by thinking about it. So write down all the areas of your health where you're feeling mediocre, and then start to figure out how you're going to address them. For example, if you don't sleep very well, if you wake up feeling like death warmed up every morning, you might have to say, okay, I'm not going to drink any alcohol during the week anymore because I know that it screws with my sleep. And if you didn't know that, it does, okay? A lot of people don't make that connection between alcohol and sleep. If you're drinking alcohol during the week and you can't sleep properly, there's your link, okay? So it's about putting little action steps in place to address the problem. The other one might be, I need to lose 20 kilos, okay, or 10 kilos, whatever it might be. Again, not good enough to just say, I want to feel better. You need to drill down into your pain points and say, why do I want to lose 20 kilos? And if I don't do that, it's going to be really painful for me because of this particular reason. Do you need to eat more fruit and vegetables? Do you need to go on a lower fat diet? Please don't do a high fat diet if you're trying to lose weight. Yes, it might work initially. It's going to set you up for some really serious long-term problems, okay? So just a word of warning there. I've spoken on that heaps of times before. I've got videos about that if you want to go back and have a look. Do you need to stop snacking on processed food and start incorporating some more healthy options into your day? So figure out what those problematic areas are for you with your health, and then make a plan on how you're going to address them. Number 4, ask yourself if you deserve it. Okay, now this might sound really strange, but trust me, there's a lot of self-sabotage going on out there. So when you don't feel like deep down that you deserve to be well or that you deserve to be happy, you will find a way to sabotage yourself every single time. And this is a typical pattern for people who go on yo-yo diets. Okay, so they go on a diet, they lose heaps of weight, and then subconsciously, and they're not even aware of it most of the time, subconsciously, they're going, do I really deserve it? Do I deserve to be happy? Do I deserve to feel amazing? And they go, no, I don't. And all their old limiting beliefs start popping in and they will sabotage themselves. I've seen it many, many times. So you've got to ask yourself, do I really think I deserve to be well? And if I do, then let's do it. Like, let's go for it. Let's put those action plans in place. If I don't think I deserve it, why not? And maybe there's some deeper work that you need to do there. Number 5 on your steps to addressing or breaking up with mediocre is visualize where you want to be and who you want to be and who that person is. Hey, Melissa. Morning. Gosh, it's early over there. You're in Australia. You're a couple of hours behind us. Thanks for watching, Mel. Okay, visualization is a really powerful tool. That's why elite athletes do visualization all the time, because it programs your brain. It engages your brain to think about, who do I want to be? And I always say to my clients, put yourself 6 months down the track, or even 12 months down the track, or on Christmas Day. Like, what are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? How are you feeling? What do you look like? What are you thinking? What can you do? What can you do that you can't do now? So visualize where you want to be with your health. It is so, so powerful, and I can't overestimate that enough. Okay, really, really good tool. You have to get to a place where it's quiet, you've got no interruptions, sit quietly, close your eyes and go for it. Just imagine that person that you want to be. This isn't about fixing yourself, by the way. You're not broken if you've got mediocre health. We've got to get away from that broken mentality. This is about enhancing your health and helping you reach your potential, which I think is a really exciting and empowering thought. Number six, find support. Okay, friends, family. Sometimes those people aren't your support crew. Okay. Sometimes they will be, sometimes they won't be. For whatever reason, they might be dealing with other stuff. They might not be on your wavelength. Don't take it personally, but do find your support crew. It might be a group of colleagues. It might be a mentor, someone who can guide you, who wants the best for you, who wants you to see you achieving your goals. If your friend is going to laugh at you for not having a glass of wine, that's not your support crew. She's not your support crew, okay? If your colleague's going to scoff at you for not having a scone with jam and cream for morning tea, she's not your support crew either. Find the people who are going to support you and encourage you and who want the best for you. Hey, Liz. Morning. Okay. Support crew. When I'm talking about support crew, find someone who can hold your hand through the process, okay? I'm talking about me, of course. Or Steve. That's what we're here for, obviously. If you want to know about breaking up with mediocre, read our book. It's all in there. Your first steps to taking control of your health. So let's do a quick recap, okay? If you're tired of feeling mediocre, you've got aches and pains, you're carrying too much weight, you feel like crap, you're not sleeping properly, you'll know if you feel mediocre. If you can't answer yes to, am I thriving? Then you're probably feeling mediocre, okay? It's not the end of the world and you're not broken. Nothing's broken. This is about empowering you to take control and go and get that sense of amazing health that you deserve, okay? Everybody deserves that. Everybody is born with the right for vibrant health, okay? And through various circumstances, situations, modern lifestyles, we end up struggling through no fault of our own a lot of the time. There's a lot of confusion out there as well. but there's no time like now to action getting your health under control. And that brings me, actually, before I do my quick recap, a quote from Earl Nightingale, which is a very famous quote. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. Time will pass anyway. Okay, time's going to pass anyway. Why not just make it so that you can achieve those dreams rather than watching them just sail away? But to achieve those dreams and those goals and to fulfill your meaning and your purpose in life, you must have good health. Without it, you're not going to get there. Okay, quick recap. How to break up with mediocre. Step 1, decide you're going to do it. 80% of this is mindset. Step 2, pinpoint your why, and it has to create pain for you if you don't follow through. This is really, really important, okay? Your why is going to keep you on track. Step 3, make a plan. Figure out where you're lacking with your health. Start writing down action steps on what you're going to do to address that. Number 4, ask yourself if you think you deserve it. And if not, why not? And what do you need to do to address that? Okay? It's all very well for people around you to say, yes, of course you deserve it. Of course you deserve it. But if you don't feel like you do, then that's going to be a problem. And you're going to end up self-sabotaging. Okay? Number 5 is visualization. It's so powerful. Visualize yourself 6 months, a year, 2 years in the distance, whatever time frame works for you. And think about that person you want to be. Think about how you want to feel and how you want to look and all the things that you want to be able to do or can do that you can't do now. And number 6 is find support. Find your support crew, whether that's your immediate family or friends or acquaintances, or a coach who can help you, guide you through that process. Before I go, just a reminder that we're running a nutrition and immunity workshop on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. via Zoom. It's going to be full of amazing information around nutrition and immunity. I promise you that there's going to be stuff in there that you don't know and that you've never heard before. If you're interested in attending, please let me know and I will give you more details. And what else? I think that's it. I've got through all my notes. Just remember, guys, you get to decide. You are in control of where you want to be and the kind of health that you want to have. And you do deserve it. And, it's available to you. The key thing is getting your mind in the right place. And then the rest of it is just putting those action steps in place. I hope that was useful for you guys. Hope you enjoy your Monday, and let's catch up same place, same time next week. Thanks everybody for tuning in. See you later. Bye.